Yeah, absolutely. Perfect segue actually into somebody that was just traded after being scratched for 7 of their last 8 games in Ryan Reeves. That gives them around $6.7 million in cap space at the deadline. Come to the deadline, what do you see that cap space being used on?
Well, I mean, at this point, if you look at their team as presently constructed, and you look at the lines as presently constructed, they're missing a top six right wing, right? You have Jimmy Vesey, who came to camp on a tryout. He's, a good guy and a solid pro, but he came to camp as a tryout, figuring he'd be a penalty killer and a fourth liner or a bottom sixer, and now he's playing on the first line. So, that's not ideal. You've got Barclay Goudreau, who should be, a bottom six guy, although he can move around the lineup. He's playing on your second line. So I think you'd want to get a top line right wing. And we all know that name that's been floating around since before the season started, Patrick Kane. You'd still have to do some financial gymnastics to kind of make any kind of a deal for him work. I think he makes 10 point something $million. And you mentioned that they should have 6 point something million in cap space at the deadline if they can maintain the roster that they have now. So you'd have to do something to make that 10 million fit into that $6.7 million hole, whether it be Chicago retain some of his salary, or you involve a third team somehow. So that's the big name, but there are other names that we'll start looking at as time goes on. You wonder about San Jose, how well they play, where they are in the standings. Can they re-sign Timo Meier? If they can't, does that guy become, somebody that could be on the block? You look at San Jose's general manager is Mike Greer, who worked for the Rangers last year. So maybe there's a chance that, Chris Drury could certainly be talking to Mike Greer at some point. So, I just throwing a name out there. I mean, Patrick Kane's the one that we've focused on all year. But somebody else is gonna crop up. But yes, no, if to get back to the original question, they need help at right wing in their top two lines.